do not believe in ghosts. And yes, I'm telling you this as I'm about to tell you a few stories about my encounters with ghosts. So take my disbelief or my stories about ghosts with a grain of salt. My first experience with ghosts was as a kid. It was a simple one. I was 7, and I had my own room. Though my bed was still a bunk bed from when my brother and I shared a room. I slept on the top bunk still. I liked being high up when there was no need to be high up. I also felt like I was hiding up there because naturally, anyone entering the room would expect me to be sleeping on the bottom bunk close to the floor. Of course, anyone naturally entering my room would be my brother or my parents, who would know where I usually sleep. So who knows what I believed I was hiding from? I woke up one night and all my fears were realized. There, in my closet, was a figure staring out at me. I could see their burning eyes. They were cloaked in shadow. I didn't want to stare at them, but if I took my eyes off of them, who knew what they would do? For the same reason, I didn't scream, I didn't call out, I did not even try to move. If I did anything, whoever was in the closet would notice that I was moving, and then decide to kill me. I mean, well, it hadn't done anything while I was sleeping, so I was safe if it thought I was still sleeping, right? The unassailable logic of a 7-year-old. My eyes adjusted, and I could make out the shape better. I saw, and I know you won't believe this, that there is a pharaoh in my closet. I could make out the headdress framing its face. Yes, its face was still shrouded in darkness, and its eyes were red. But it was a pharaoh right there in my closet, and it would eat me if I moved, because that's what pharaohs do, right? Sure, maybe not in ancient Egypt when they were ruling an empire, but in the present, in a kid's bedroom closet, definitely. Sure, maybe not in ancient Egypt when they were Yes, I'm sure I'd read something recently about the Egyptian Empire, and yes, that thing in my closet I thought was a pharaoh was just my imagination dressing up my fear. But I was terrified at the moment, even if in the morning I'd find out it was just my raincoat. Try explaining to a 7-year-old there's nothing to be afraid of. Well, in 2021, when I was nearing 47, I bought a new house. Oh, it wasn't a new house. It was built in 2001, which meant some people had lived there before me, and some people perhaps had even died there. See, I don't believe in ghosts, but still, after moving in, I would regularly wake up at 3:30 in the morning. I don't believe in ghosts or an afterlife, really, and yet, I woke up at 3:30 a.m. and felt fear settle over me. I didn't want to open my eyes. I didn't want to move. Someone could have died in that house. Someone's angry spirit could still be there. Angry in life because they were a jerk, and angry in death because I decided to intrude on their unlife. Ruin their house with my slipshod furniture and my magpie approach to decoration. Throwing everything on the wall that I like without a care for whether it goes together. Every night, I'd wake up at 3:30 a.m. I was scared, and fear seeped into my life like a poison. But you try explaining to a 40-year-old there's nothing to be afraid of. Pretty soon, after moving into this new house, my cat died. Without my cat, I was alone in that new house. Well, alone except for the ghosts. Yeah, I know I said I don't believe in ghosts, and I don't. But I couldn't deny that I started to see something like a ghost. I'd notice a dark blur out of the corner of my eye and turn my head, and nothing was there. A dark blur, like a shy black cat, perhaps. I'd hear a thump in the hallways as of a small weight falling to the floor. A small weight, like a cat, say? I'd be lying in bed and feel something push the bed down. All of a sudden, right near my feet, something like a cat, if you can believe it. I didn't believe it. I don't believe in ghosts. But I felt better. I'd wake up at 3:30 a.m. and, after a few moments of terror at the angry ghosts inhabiting my house, I'd see something I couldn't see. I'd hear something I couldn't hear. And I'd be convinced my cat was looking out for me. If anyone or anything was going to terrorize me from beyond the grave, then by God, it would be her. I wasn't scared of my ghost cat. I didn't believe in ghosts, so how could I be scared of her? Well, one other thing, just a quick note to nail all this down. I remember when I was flying from Florida to North Carolina, because my dad was being taken off life support and the whole family was gathering. There was pretty much no chance he'd still be alive when the plane touched down. When I was up in the air, looking down at the ground and the way the sun turned the lakes into gold, I imagined feeling his spirit, his soul, his ghost traveling through me, all the while hoping or praying or fearing that I'd be able to feel the exact moment he died. I didn't feel anything, but oh God, how I wanted to.